Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome back to my channel. We will discuss the exercise of Chapter 3, Human Circulatory System, from the new Class 10 Biology book in detail. Size of Chapter 3. First of all, let's look at the multiple choice questions and discuss their correct answers. The first one is, which component of blood is mainly responsible for carrying oxygen? Which blood component is responsible for carrying oxygen? That is option number C, red blood cells. So, this is the right one answer. So, the correct answer for this is red blood cells. The next one is, a person with a low platelet count is likely to face difficulty. A person who has a deficiency of platelets, what difficulty do they have to face? So, your right answer is option C, blood clotting. For someone whose platelets are low, their blood will not clot very quickly. The third one is, which of the following layer is found in blood vessels? When we discuss the topic of blood vessels in detail, elastic tissue. So, which layer is it that is found in all blood vessels? The correct answer for this is answer number B, endothelium. Next, the next one is, which of the following contains deoxygenated blood in an adult human? Which carries deoxygenated blood in an adult human? So, the correct option is option number B, pulmonary artery. The next one is, when fibrinogen makes a blood clot, it separates from the blood, and what remains? When fibrinogen forms a blood clot and separates from the blood, what is left behind? So, the correct option for this is option number C, serum. The next one is, which heart chamber has the thickest wall? Which heart chamber has thick walls? The right option for this is option C, the left ventricle. Next is, exchange of material between blood and tissue. Who performs the exchange of material between blood and tissue? The right option for this is also option C, capillaries. The next is, all veins carry deoxygenated blood except dash vein. Which vein does not carry deoxygenated blood? All other veins carry deoxygenated blood. Which carry it? So for this, your option number C is the pulmonary vein. The next is option 9. Myocardial infarction is due to blockage of blood flow in which artery does a blockage occur? That causes myocardial infarction. The right option for this is option number C, coronary artery. The next and last MCQ is, if bicuspid valve is damaged, where will the flow of blood be affected? For this one, your right answer is answer number A, from left atrium to left ventricle. So, option number A is the correct answer. Now, next we will discuss short answers, as to how much you need to write for these short questions. So, the first one is, list the types of cells present in blood and their functions. Yes, students, on page number 26, you can see the types of blood, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. For this short answer, you only need to write as much as I have marked with the red brackets. I have marked them, from here to here, and from here to here, you will write its function. Similarly, you will define white blood cells a little bit up to here, and then you will write their function. Likewise, you will define platelets a little bit, and next you will write their function, and your question will be complete. Next, students, is your question number 2. Differentiate between atria and ventricle. Yes, students. So, you can see here, you need to write this much for the answer to this question. You can see from the red brackets that you will write the definition of atria as, the upper chambers are called atria, and for the lower chambers of the heart, you will write along with it, the upper chambers of the heart are called atria and the lower chambers of the heart are called ventricles, and your answer will be complete. Next is the third short question. Trace the flow of blood from vena cava to various body parts. So, in your answer, you will write the flow, that is, where the blood from the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava goes. This will be your answer for question number 3. You can also write this in the form of a flow, starting with the superior vena cava, then the inferior vena cava, which then joins the lower veins, such as the femoral veins. Next, you can draw 3 arrows from the femoral, representing the renal veins, the hepatic portal vein, and the hepatic veins. But it is better if you describe them a little bit, as that is how you can write your answer for this question. Next is the 4th question. Identify the causes and treatment of myocardial infarction. So, on page 34, you will write the causes of myocardial infarction in your answer, along with its treatment. Next, students, you can see a diagram where they ask to show oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, so you should color it using red and blue colors. However, this will not appear in the exam and is not that important, but you must memorize its labeling exactly as it appears on your screen. Next, student question is, describe the functions of the components of blood. You have to describe the functions of the blood's components. Yes, students. So, you will define blood briefly and mention its components in this paragraph, and then in the paragraph below, which covers blood plasma, which contains components found within the blood that we say makes up the fluid part of the blood. You need to describe the various compositions found within it, such as proteins, salts, and nutrients. Complete up to this point. Explain how blood transports materials throughout the human body. In this, you will write your answer about how blood reaches the different parts of the body. This circulation of blood, you will write your answer from here up to this point. Next is question number 3, students, is also important. Explain the structure of the heart with a diagram. So, this is your long answer. You will describe the structure of the heart and also draw this diagram. When you draw the diagram, be sure to label it, but the definitions they have provided below, like the bit under the right atrium, you don't need to write those, but you must draw the diagram and label it as shown. The next long question is, explain the harmful effects of smoking related to heart disease. So, here are the harmful effects of smoking related to heart disease. You have to write all of these in your answer, and your answer will be complete up to this point. You will see it right above the multiple choice questions. Your long answer will be complete here. You need to write these 6 points in your answer. The last long question, students, is to compare the structure and function of an artery, vein, and capillary. Yes, students. So, in your answer, you will write the structure of the artery. In this, you should also draw the artery, as well as the vein and the capillary structure, include their diagrams, and label them accordingly. The diagrams are easy. Define the structure of the artery in your long answer, and similarly, explain the structure of the capillary and the vein as well. So, up to this point, your 5th long question answer will be complete. Look at the inquisitive questions, students. Our first inquisitive question is, why is oxygenated blood separated from deoxygenated blood in the heart? So, the correct answer to this is shown on your screen. The answer to the first inquisitive question of Chapter 3 is that in humans, oxygenated and deoxygenated blood are kept separate so that oxygenated blood delivery to tissues can be maximized, high blood pressure can be maintained, and the body's temperature can be sustained at a constant, balanced level. Next is the second one. Does regular exercise strengthen the circulatory system? The answer is visible on your screen, students, regarding how regular exercise strengthens the circulatory system. It makes the heart muscles more efficient at pumping blood, and in this way, the flexibility of the blood vessels also increases. By adopting regular exercise, the resting heart rate becomes lower, blood pressure improves, and oxygen levels are boosted so that tissues receive a proper amount of oxygen, which reduces the risk of cardiovascular diseases. Next is the third inquisitive question. How can lifestyle choices prevent cardiovascular disease? What kind of lifestyle can we adopt to avoid cardiovascular disease? Its answer is being shown to you on the screen. Lifestyle choices can prevent cardiovascular diseases. How? By eating a balanced diet, maintaining regular physical activity, exercising regularly, quitting tobacco and smoking, limiting alcohol, avoiding excessive soft drinks, managing stress levels, getting quality sleep, that is, improving sleep to 7 to 8 hours, and achieving a healthy weight. When weight is managed, sleep is improved, and we quit alcohol and tobacco smoke, we can protect ourselves from cardiovascular diseases. The last inquisitive question, students, is, if cholesterol levels in the blood are not regulated, can it affect the heart and blood vessels over time? So, how will it damage the blood vessels and heart over time? The answer is shown on your screen. When cholesterol levels in the blood remain unregulated and are not managed, the excessive bad cholesterol begins to accumulate in the artery walls, causing inflammation and triggering atherosclerosis. That is, it narrows the artery walls and hardens them, which increases the risk of atherosclerosis or cardiovascular diseases, and leads to an increase in heart-related ailments. If we leave our cholesterol levels unregulated, do not check them properly, and do not improve our lifestyle, then students, this was our lecture for today.